Hey, everybody. Guess what time it is? It's 7-Minute Health Chat with Robin and Kim. And today we're talking all about self care. And this right here, what I've got on my face, is what some people think is self care. And guess what? It is. But self care is so much more.
Well,
And I'm
explain what
gonna
that was.
Oh, this was a mask. This is you don't think people know? This is a
Right.
mask. This was
Maybe
actually
guys don't know.
this is a cucumber mask, actually. It's got cucumber in it. So anyway, and actually it's left over from last night because I did it last night. So
That's
I just dug
hilarious.
it back out and put it on my face to be funny. So anyway, self-care can mean many things. So Kim's going to go first and tell you what she believes encompasses self-care in her life or in the lives of her family and things like that. So
Self-care, I
take it
think, is
away.
anything. Thank you, Robin. I think self-care is anything that makes you feel good. It's something that helps you, anything to help you further mind and body and spirit peacefulness.
Yeah.
And that can take many forms. I know we talk a lot about nutrition is my my wheelhouse, and to me, I know this sounds weird, but I look at self-care as like feeding my body the best fuel out there, the best food possible, because I feel good. It makes me feel so good. So that's why
That's great
that's
self-care.
one of my things. But
Yep.
also other things are just taking time for yourself. As mothers and wives and grandmothers, we give to others first. We've been known to do that. And I think, stepping back and say, hey, listen, I need some time for myself, because if you're not in the state of mind where if you're not sleeping well, you just feel like you are overwhelmed by all the things. You feel like, you're just on the edge where you can't relax, which I'm going to talk about this later too, why is it so important, especially women in midlife. So maybe we don't have the little kids anymore, but maybe we have the older kids or we have the grandkids or whatever. We still need to take the time, which grandkids are a blessing, by the way. They are like the gift.
I don't
from
have that
raising your
yet.
kids.
I don't have
I
that
know you're
yet.
not there yet. I know.
But can I
But
interject real quick with what you
yes,
just said? So it's funny, whenever you start talking about something, I swear the universe just like brings more of it to you. So I was scrolling through Facebook, and a Facebook friend, and hopefully she doesn't care that I'm sharing this, but she shared it on hers. My friend Natalie, her quote that she shared a quote, and I was like, oh, that's interesting that this just popped up because that's what this is going to be about this afternoon. She believed she could, but she was tired. So she rested, and you know what? The world went on and it was okay. She knew she could try again tomorrow. And I thought that was so good because,
I love that.
like you say, we like jam pack and we try to do so much. And
Mhm.
guess what? We just need to slow down, and it'll still be there tomorrow.
Yep.
So,
No,
but go
I
ahead
totally
and go.
agree.
But I just thought that was perfect to interject there with what you just said.
Yeah, and I feel like, just taking the time to, and I'm one of those people that I can't sit still. So I've had to learn. I remember when I first started, I took my first yoga class when I was, I don't know, 45, I think. Took my friend's power yoga class, and I thought this is going to be it kicked my booty. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh my gosh, I need this in my life. It was hard, but it felt so good afterwards. And it's empowering. It's like mindful movement meditation. So anyway, yoga is a great thing to add into your life. If you're not doing it yet, don't disregard any religious connotations to it. If you don't have to, it's to me, it's exercise.
Yeah.
It's more of it can be a spiritual exercise, but just it's one of those, it's a gift. Yoga is therapy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I would recommend. But and I love that. And that's been one thing for me to like when you're go, oh my gosh, when you have to stop and do things slowly, you're like, oh my gosh, this feels so good.
Yeah.
And I love that. And the traditional things, like for me, self-care is, and I love this, I don't do it often, getting a pedicure and getting a manicure. I mean, to
Yep.
me, those are fun. And now I've gotten Jim on board. He'll go with me to get a pedicure. He won't get nail polish. He won't go that far,
Yeah,
but he will. But he likes it.
that's
So
good.
it's
It's
kind of a
good.
fun thing to do with your hubby.
Absolutely. And
So
I think for me, like another thing, self-care is reading. Taking time
mm,
to sit down and read a book. And it doesn't have to be like a self-help. It doesn't have to be a learning. It could be a foo-foo book. It can be a nonfiction, fiction, biography, whatever. But taking the time to sit down and read, which I don't
yeah.
do a lot. And I did it yesterday just because I didn't feel very good. And so I laid in my bed and I read, and I'm like, oh God, I finally finished this book that I had been trying to finish. And not feeling guilty about it.
Right.
That's another
Mhm.
part of self-care is taking care of yourself and don't feel guilty. And I am very guilty of that. I always feel like, oh, I shouldn't be taking this time for myself. Even when I do meditation, I know how good it is for you. But if
Mhm.
I take too long, because sometimes I'll take 20 minutes and I'll do a guided meditation, and then I start to feel guilty, like, oh, I should be doing this. I shouldn't be taking time away from Greg. I should be, blah. And that's
It's the
just
shouldas.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, reading, meditation, even taking a walk is self care. Like, get out. So many people are still working at home right now. Like,
Mhm.
I know a lot of companies that haven't gone back. That's why I'm teaching fitness from home still on Thursday mornings. Um, and they're in their house constantly with their computer. Get up, walk away, take a walk. I don't care if it's cold out, wet out, get your umbrella, just get out, get some fresh air. And that is self care too. Talking to a friend. Kim and I have like the best self care every week because we get to see each other and we crack ourselves up. So that's
All
the
the time.
greatest. Yes,
Yeah.
that's great self care. Go
And I
ahead.
just want and I just want to finish with something I think is really important. Women, especially if you get in your 40s and beyond, um, it starts to work against us. Our metabolism and our hormones start to work against us when we have high
Yep.
cortisol levels, which is high stress or chronic stress. So that's when, if you start to experience belly fat or you feel like your middle has become a fat magnet, that's where you really, really, really should focus on relaxation, meditation, doing them, doing yoga, not killing yourself in workouts. They're showing that it's better for women in that range dealing with hormone issues is to do shorter workouts, focus on strength workouts. But all that plays into helping to reduce cortisol levels. You don't want to aggravate your cortisol levels or aggravate your stress levels. So anyway, just want to point that out because people go, where did I get this middle? What happened?
Yeah. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you did. And everyone, Kim and I come on here, and when we speak, we're not doctors, like we've said before. We are taking life experiences. And this is what worked for me. This is what did not work for me. This is what I have found out in my experience. And I can tell you, Kim, just what you said now, just like it nailed me to a T because in September, we moved and it was
Mm,
extremely stressful. I dropped my meditation practice. We were moving so much, my exercise was not in. I was not taking care of myself, and my hip went out. Um, I I gained weight. I started drinking a little more wine because I was like, I need to relax, and that was the wrong thing to do. And I got the belly fat back, and it's there. And I'm
mm,
telling you right now, you are absolutely right because in my experience, this happened to me in the last few months. So
wow.
I get to change that. I started my meditation routine back up this morning. I'm going to get back on it and, you know, do my exercise the way I'm supposed to and not drinking the wine in place of it,
Um,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
that's huge. That is
so
huge.
to shut it down, because we're of course over time again, we're going to take everybody through a little self care by showing you how to breathe for 1 minute. And we may not even do the
Mhm.
whole minute, but I'm going to take you through a little mudra. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to cross them over like this. And you're going to feel your pulse with your fingertips on both wrists as you're here. Then you're just going to relax those hands down. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to take a big, deep breath in. And then you're going to exhale that breath either through the nose or through the mouth. And then you're going to feel for that pulse. And you're just going to forget everything around you and feel your own breath and your own pulse. And you'll do this for just 1 minute. You can open your eyes. We're not going to do a whole minute on here because we're over time. But if you do that for 1 minute, that is your start to your self-care and to meditating and taking care of you and not feeling guilty about it. And then I'm going to read to you too another little quote. I got so many quotes today. It's not selfish to love yourself, take care of yourself, and to make your happiness a priority. It's necessary. And that's from Mandy Hale. So
Love that.
take care of
Yeah.
yourself. Have a great Wellness Thursday, not Wednesday. We're meeting on Thursday today. And do something for yourself. And if you have more suggestions, drop them in the comments below. We'd
Let us
love to
know.
hear it.
Let us know what works for you. That would be good. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. All
right.
right. Have a great day, Kim.
Bye-bye. You too, Robin.
See ya.